Hi everybody, I'm Miss Deb, and I got an order for a purple drink candle. So I'm about to make one and show you how you can make one. So I have this glass that I got from the Dollar Tree. First thing I'm going to do is clean it out, make sure there's no dust or particles or anything in the glass. Okay, now she wants us to be purple. And now I have measured out a ½ ounce of gel wax that I'm going to, actually I think I'm going to use an ounce of gel wax for the first layer because I'm going to make the first layer a little darker. So what we have to do now is heat the wax up. Now that's going to take a few, so just be patient. And while we're waiting, one thing that you need to do if you're a candle maker is put warning labels on the bottom of your candles. And what that does is just tells people, to watch their candle, where, don't leave it somewhere where something next to it could catch fire or something like that. So you should always read the warning label on the bottom of your candles. Let me get this open here. Okay, come on. There we go. I got it open. And see, these are just, I don't know if you can see them, but those are the warning labels that I put on the bottom of every candle that I make, and you should read them. I want to start doing tutorial videos to teach you all how to do different things, how to make different candles and embeds for your candles and just some fun stuff. So I will be doing more videos. I hope you'll watch. Now, like I said, it's going to take a little bit for this gel wax to melt, so we have to wait for it to melt. I think I'm going to put you on pause and let that wax melt, and then I'll come back. Okay, so while we're waiting on the wax to heat up, in gel wax candles, you can't use a cotton wick because the wax burns way too hot. So the recommended wick to use for gel wax is a zinc core wick, and that is what I have here. And I'm going to put this into the candle. Now I have these little dots that you can secure your wick to the bottom of your vessel. I just peel off the top sticky part, put the wick on there, and it's got that little sticker on it. And you want to try to center your wick. I'm pushing it down with my knife so that it's down in there good. And the next thing I'm going to do, I have these little popsicle sticks with a hole in them. And I'm going to place the wick through it and set it on top so that the wick will stay straight. Now, for this candle, I want to have ice cubes. So out of gel wax, I made some ice cubes. And I'm going to put some in the bottom of the candle. so that the drink will look like it has ice in it. I'm trying to get it to where I still have the wick centered. There we go. So there we go. We have 3 little ice cubes in there. The wax right now, oh, it's up to 160. So I can take it off the burner. I got it up to 160. I'm going to set it on my little napkin here. Let me move over so you can see what I'm doing. And I have some purple dye. Now, with gel wax candles, you always want to use liquid dye because the granular dye just doesn't work well with the gel wax. So what I'm going to do, this is just an old piece of a wick. Stuck it in the purple. And now I'll stick it in here and kind of stir it around. Let me use my little spoon to stir it around. And then I can test the color right here on this napkin to see what it's going to look like when the gel wax is dry. That way, if you want to add more colorant to it, you can. But I don't think I'm going to need any more. I think I have plenty on here. So what I'm going to do now, let me check the temperature of the wax. It should be between 140 and 180 to pour it. So let's see where we're at right now. Now, one thing I do recommend about gel candles, and that is you use them for decorative purpose only. The reason I say that is gel wax burns very hot, and it can easily start fire. So I would just use them for decoration, not to light, although I put a wick in it. I don't recommend lighting it. Okay, so I've got this up to a little over 180, but I can pour it there. Oh, wait, maybe I should cool it off a little bit. Let me talk to myself here. I'm going to let it cool off a little bit before I pour it. Maybe get it down to about 160. So that might take a few minutes. And what I plan to do is make the bottom part of this candle a dark purple and the top a light purple. And then I have these little umbrellas. And I'll put a little umbrella in the candle for a decoration. Let's see, where do you open that? Use my scissors and just open these up. And here is the little candle, the little umbrella that I'm going to put in the candle. And there's the little umbrella that I'm going to put right in here in the candle when it's done. So where are we at? Okay, we're down to 145. So I'm going to go ahead and pour slowly this dark purple into the drink candle. Need to melt it down a little bit because it's already starting to gel up. So I'm going to melt it down a little bit and then I'll be able to pour it into the jar. Just using my heat gun. To melt down the wax because it got too thick. It didn't want to pour. So I need to heat it up a little bit. Okay, now, this needs some more dark purple. So I'm going to put another ½ ounce, which is just 2 cubes, and put it on directly on my burner. You don't use a double boiler with gel wax. You put your container right on the hot plate. Set it at about 3 because gel wax gets hot really fast. So we're going to let that melt and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got our second batch of wax melted, and now I'm going to add some purple to this, and I might make this a little lighter than that dark one. Let's just see. Let's see how this color looks. Yeah, it's a little lighter. I'm going to go a little lighter, but I'm also going to put a few more ice cubes in here. Now these ice cubes are just made out of gel wax also. I just melted the wax down and I put it in a flat container and let it dry off, and then I cut it into slices to make the ice cubes. So now that I've got that layer in there, I'm going to put some more wax on the burner and melt it. I've only got it on 3, and I'm going to grab a few more ice cubes because I think I'd like a few more ice cubes on the top. And this top part I got to try and make lighter because that's how I want it. I want it lighter than the dark purple. I'm just putting these little ice cubes in here. Yeah, there we go. It's a nice day out today. How's the weather where you're at? It's a pretty nice day outside today. I bought over the weekend, I bought some tomato plants and some basil and some sweet peppers. Oh, and strawberries. I'm going to try planting strawberries. I planted some seeds. I planted some cantaloupe. And I'm going to try to grow pumpkins. Never done that before. I put basil out there. And I think that's pretty much what I got. I also have some green bean seeds But I usually plant those right in the ground. You know, I don't start them off in a small pot. But there could still be some more frost warnings here in Ann Arbor. So I don't want to plant my green beans yet. I'll probably wait, at least another week before I plant my green bean seeds. So that'll be nice. I like to grow a garden every summer. I think that's looking pretty good so far. Can you see it? See how you can kind of see the ice cubes inside? It looks like a drink. Let me see how hot this is getting. Because like I said, you got to be really careful with gel wax because it can start a fire. So I don't want to heat this any higher than 180 degrees. And then I can pour it between, like, say 140 and 160. So after I heat it up, I'll add my little bit of color and then let it cool down to about 140, 160 before I pour it. But yeah, you can see those ice cubes in there. That's good. I wonder if I should put another one over here. Yeah, I'll put that one in there. There, so I have ice cubes right up to the top. Let's see, what temperature is our wax at? It's just about at 180. Okay, it's at 180. So I'm going to take it off the heat. Turn off my burner. And now I'm going to try and add just a bit of purple. Not a whole lot. Let's see what that does. Because I want this to be a lighter purple. Yes, that's lighter. Okay, I like that. So now, I'll just pour this into the glass. Now I filled it up to the top, and you can see that it's totally full. And now I just have to wait for the gel wax to set up a bit, and then I can take this popsicle stick off and put my little umbrella. And maybe I can put my umbrella in here now. Yeah, that looks cute. I could probably take this off too. And I will also trim the wick, because you don't want your wicks to be any more than 1/4 of an inch long. So, there you go. My little purple drink candle. As I say, I got a request or an order to make one of these, so that's what I did today. I hope you enjoyed this, that you maybe learned something from it, and maybe you'll try making a gel wax drink candle. Yeah, all right. Oh, shit. Oh no, I'm okay, forgive me, I said shit. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks. If you can, or if you like to, you can subscribe to my channel, and then you'll be able to see more videos that I make if you click on the little bell, and then it will inform you whenever I do a new video. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.